Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Supercholatemilkshake, and I am here with the Amazing Digital Circus watch. And okay, yes, this is the second part of the live stream because the first part I thought my computer was catching on fire. No, turns out somebody might have been welding down the street and the smell was blowing in. Like I said, all it smelled like was burning metal to me, and I wanted to check to make sure that it wasn't my computer catching on fire first. So the good news is it's all fine. It's actually hunky-dory. I'm actually not using that much processing power. Like, maybe 18% of it right now, which isn't much, you know? Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to be back. Alright, I have everything set up. It's right where we left off, thankfully. YouTube happened to remember where we left off this time, which is a good thing. Because otherwise, sometimes, when you get a little bit closer to the end, it will just automatically reset back to the beginning, which is irritating as all blue blazes, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Or sometimes if it's like a really short video, it will just default back to beginning. It's like, why? But anyway, like I said, we're back to where we were. Forget that I have an extra tab open that says live streaming. I figured I'd do a little bit of monitoring on my computer. You know, actually, it's kind of how I started the stream, really. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Is it buffering just a little bit, or it's glitching out? Hopefully not. I'm going back with the audio way. I might try giving it one more shot, but there is no promise with this here. Actually, I'm going to go into properties. What's happening? What will happen when we go with default? Let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's starting us right here, which is a little bit before we left off. Jax pressed the red button. Like I said, there's a lot of people theorizing about what Jax did there. Everybody thinks that he might have hit a kid with a car. I don't think that would be the case. Look, I know that's a wicked thing to do, especially trying to avoid the consequences of, but truth be told, I don't think that's exactly what Jax did. That was the worst possible thing that you could think of, because there are things that are far worse that I can imagine than hitting kids. Though granted, that is wrong in every way, shape, and form. I mean, now shooting a kid straight up, now that would be a lot more harsh, but you know. I'm not quite sure if it really is that, because there's other things that could go wrong, but I'm not quite sure. Again, why is it acting poor all of a sudden? Despite the fact that actually the quality is jumping all over. The kilobit quality is jumping all over the place. I hate the internet in this house sometimes. I hate the internet service provider that we have. Do not go with Viacom. Wait, no, not Viacom, but do not go with Vive, people. They suck. Seriously.
Congratulations, my little cattywampus cucumbers! You picked the good ending, where you realize you'd rather stay with me than go back to that pesky old macroverse or whatever we decide to call it. I knew you'd make the right choice.
You mean this was all...
An adventure, yes, and one I've been cooking up for a good long while.
So, I kind of want to talk about Abel's explanation here, okay? I'll probably try to string this together so that, you know, it works cohesively. But I do want to talk about Abel's little explanation that happened earlier in the episode. Yeah, basically this scene back here, where Abel was in the Chinese room and he was explaining everything. You know what? The one thing I actually do agree with, somebody actually delivered this as a criticism, and I do agree with this, was that the explanation was not deserved. It was needed, but it wasn't deserved. Like, it was just given to him on a whim. And you know what? That's kind of what made that scene work out so well. In fact, even if it makes the whole episode a bit weaker structurally, it does make the scene work out a lot better, you know? And that's something I will say. Why is it still buffering? Why is it still having issues? Good grief. It's like some other person jumped on the internet at this point or something like that. Or either that, my Wi-Fi card never fully warmed up. Anyway. But anyway, no matter which way you look at it, like, that's the issue here. That's something that I think a lot of people really do need to realize, is that, you know, like, Cain was just giving it all to him, and he was expecting them to just accept it. Thankfully, Jax rejected it. Actually, Kinger probably would also rejected it too, and that's why he didn't want him participating inside the adventure. Because he knew that Kinger would immediately go like, wait, no, that's not right. Cain didn't set this up to be left. He did not. And you know, that's the thing. Is there an actual exit? We don't know yet. We'll have to wait till episode 9. Hopefully, TDAC is a good show. I do agree. Yes, it is. Especially with the fact that it's gotten multiple emotional moments with me, and I've gotten to vet with quite a few things in my life, and I've gotten it out. Like, honestly, I think it's probably one of the best shows that I've seen in a long while, to be honest.
Great job playing your part, Abel.
All in a good day's work. By the way, you think I could get a raise after that performance?
Oh, you're getting too smart. Time to delete.
The hot dog. Yeah.
None of that was true.
Yeah. None of it was.
DNA stuff, the pods, the way
A
out.
fabrication of my incredible world-building skills.
I was right?
Jax's little freak out here and maniacal laughing was deserved. And valid. Though, it still doesn't stop him from being a bit of a jerk.
Oh, I didn't put too much thought into that one, cause I knew you'd never pick it. So I left that up to Bubble.
I made it take you to Shrimp Town.
Yeah, it was gonna take you to Shrimp Town.
You dirty liar! You scumbag! You made...
The real truth is that I don't think it would have mattered which button they would have pressed. They wouldn't have been able to get out of the circus anyway. Though, Cain probably would have been disappointed with everybody choosing the blue button.
You got in my head! You just lie about everything, don't you?
Huh?
You can mess with our minds too, can't you? The stupid sauce, the vegan thing, God knows what else!
Our names?
Now, hold on, guys. Wait. I may have the ability to add temporary modifiers to make adventures more interesting, but that's it. If I did anything more, trust me, it would not end well.
Scratch the first abstraction.
Hey! I didn't say anything like that! Come on, guys! You know I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah, nobody's liking it.
Your prize is this lovely gift basket of soaps and lotions. Stay fragrant, have a good night. Fragrant night, bye!
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody's liking it. You know, and that's the thing. Cain owes a lot of explanation to these people. Like, a ton. Because, you know, there are just stuff that he is just not talking about. He's not saying. He's not even bringing up. And that's something I think that a lot of people really... that's something that I think Cain really goes like, yeah, most of the stuff that he does is just not very well... Most of the things that he does after this, well, understandable, is not great. Okay, what do I do to boost the streaming here? The network is running at its max. Actually, it's running at megabytes. 835. It's bouncing all over the place. It's staying underneath 600 kilobytes, but it's still streaming, so I don't know what's going on here. I got an idea. Let's go back to the camera. Let's see if that bumps up the rate. I know, we're going to have to deal with it kind of coming back into a black bar every once in a while for the chat and the chat reappearing, but, you know. Right now, I guess our internet is failing because somebody else is probably streaming Netflix or something like that. So we're just going to have to put up with it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But yes, I do think Kane really does owe an explanation to... Audio is smooth, but video is choppy. Boy. Wait a second. Okay, so yeah, basically it's that poor streaming thing coming into play again, isn't it? What do I do to fix this? Because, you know, like, there's nothing much I can do to fix it, really. Besides stream it in a lower quality, but I have to stop the stream in order to do that. And if I do stop the stream like that, well, then I'm going to have to reset it the whole way. So, like I said, what am I going to do about this? There's not much I can do, is it? Okay, yeah, just keep this warning in mind, because there is a bit of flashing lights in here. Is it still running very choppily on your guys' end? Whoops, didn't mean to go back to the test screen. Maybe that might help. Let's see. Okay, we're going back to the test screen real quick. Like, you'll lose me for a second, okay? Okay, we'll see if this works. Here we go. Is that a milkshake? I like a milkshake. Oh no! Ah, my mascot bar character better start running. Yes, that is a milkshake, okay? It's the part of the color test screen, so hopefully the video has stabilized, and hopefully it's still doing at a decent bit rate. It's jumping all over the place again, isn't it? Gosh, dang it. It's gonna be choppy, guys. I'm not quite sure what to say. It's just gonna be choppy, unfortunately. Because apparently my internet chose to suck all of a sudden. Or the internet decided it stuck. Okay, actually, the very first moment I saw this, I immediately knew what it was. No, seriously, I really did. When I saw that come in, it's like, oh, this is an example of feeding an AI information. A computer programmer would be able to tell you what it is straight up. And I immediately knew what this was. In a way, it's almost like Gooseworks told the story sort of backwards. Because this is Kane's origins. And you could kind of tell that by the tents and such. Like, Gooseworks really did sprinkle it in. And then the photos of the CNA office. It's a very clever visual language, of course. Visual storytelling. I mean, if you're good at visual storytelling, but that's a good yeah, it's good visual storytelling, really. Simplicity is usually the best. And see a new AI coming up, and it producing more favorable results. Kane getting jealous and trying to break out of his own prison. Honestly, I know that an AI would probably hate this idea, but I would have deleted it. Too bad they cut me off. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And then, after what this happened, Cain built basically a prison for himself, actually. So yes, he is very much a prisoner, but he's a prisoner of his own volition. Because, technically, he generated the world for these people, but ended up trapping the people that was supposed to send him commands. You know? Which is kind of what leads us into this scene with Scratch and all these other characters here talking to Cain. Well, Scratch mostly doing the arguing with Cain. And then Kinger and Queenie.
Chess piece, huh? How are you holding up?
Actually, I'm kind of happy that they decided to do this too. Because you know what? Like, this right here really does... It really shows us more about the circus itself and what to expect of it.
Just don't know what's happening. I've never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait,
Are you?
it's you.
Oh my god.
I wish I could remember your name.
Same.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
It's quite strange, isn't it?
Listen, no matter what happens, I'll always...
Yeah, it's too bad that this didn't happen with King
into
and
the cellar
Queenie.
you go.
Kinger and Queenie. Kinger really deserves better, seriously.
Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too.
What can I do to help with the streaming here? What can I do to... Wait a second. I think I got an idea. I wonder if that will help. Oh! I think I did something right here. Yeah, it's boosting up. Okay, it was the live streaming tab that was doing it. It's looking a lot smoother now. It's still buffering every now and then, but it's looking a lot more smoother. And the bitrate is... Oh, still at 1,000? Seriously? Yeah, 1,000 kilobits per second. That's not right. Oh, geez. It's jumping all over the place. How do I control this? Wait, I got a gigabyte of up. What? Well then, why is it... There we go. What else is running in the background? Maybe I might want to kill Steam. There we go. Okay, that looks like it helped just a bit. Is it running smoother? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get this stream to run a little bit smoother now. I had a perfect run with the first part. What's going on with this part, huh? What happened?
Seriously.
Okay, it's looking a lot better. I think I got it fixed. It's looking a lot smoother now. Okay, still glitching out every once in a while. Shoot. Well, guys, I guess we're just gonna have to put up with it. I'm sorry.
What? Hello? Guys? I can't figure out how to... Guys? Hello? Can you help me out here? What's happening? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Are you okay?
Who are you? How do I take this off?
I...
Whoa! A new one? So it is possible. Looks like you got a new buddy after all, Kinger.
Kinger. Right.
Is this really...
I was hoping new minds could show up. I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough.
It's still buffering a bit.
How do I get out of this?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
But everything's gonna be okay. Do you remember your name?
Okay, it's at 5,000 kilobits, which is almost where it needs to be. And then it dropped down to 3,000. Okay, 1,068. Okay, come on. Let's see. What can we do to lower the kilobit rate, huh? I wonder. It's gonna look ugly for a little bit. Forgive me. It looks like it's increasing it. Just a bit. 20,000. Nope.
Agatha,
I think it's stabilizing out.
you doing okay?
Apparently my background vid was causing problems, so I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. Go without it for a little bit. Never mind, I think it's still freezing up. Yep, it's still freezing up! What the heck am I supposed to do? Oh, wait. No.
Not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you press those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at leaving?
What if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if it wasn't real? It doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
He's right, though.
Mm-hmm.
Gangle.
It doesn't matter what could have happened. We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
She's right. We've all done bad things, but we're also all we've got. I think we need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What are you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kafka.
Let's see. I'm gonna try something here.
But we can't
We're gonna
let
have...
despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will
Oh,
drive us
good grief. It's still a slideshow. I turned my computer off for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden this happens? Seriously? I almost feel like... I'm surprised Gangle was at Gangle. I was right. Just said that to dodge responsibility.
Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
Oh, man.
Okay, I think it's picking up now. I think it's starting to get a little bit better. Hopefully.
I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
I know, it's uncomfortable just abandoning that.
You've made a mark in my life.
probably right, but it just really, really sucks. We're all in this together.
And we'll always be in this together. No matter what.
Hey.
That includes you too. Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something. You're a pain in the ass, but you're still one of us.
Yep.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
I almost feel like I should record this just because.
We need a vacation.
I don't understand, Bubble. They want an exit, they want answers, they want something real.
I am having issues right now. I don't know why. Like I said, the internet is starting to be crappy again. I don't know why. Give me a second here. Oh boy. Okay, so I did something to try to help ease a little bit of the issues with the stream. We're gonna see if this works. Basically, I put a bit of a delay on the stream buffer, so hopefully it renders everything that it needs. Instead of doing it on real time, it's going to be a bit of a 20-second delay, so nothing that you're going to see is going to be done in real time. It looks like it's applying it now, in fact, which is a good thing. So that way, with the lower amount of kilobits per second that we're getting, we should be able to keep at least a decent frame rate going. There we go. So, does it look like we got a decent frame rate going again? Sort of. Kind of jumping around all over the place, though. Good grief.
Give them an adventure that covers all of that.
Well, we're just gonna have to deal with this, okay?
Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
We're just gonna have to deal with the slideshow.
No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
It's been a while since I've done that.
Go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them.
Okay, now it's saying excellent, and it's still lagging out. What the heck?
Shut up! No. I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Onward.
Enough!
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Enough!
So, if I had to say anything, I wonder what the heck Bubble really is. A lot of people think it's the other AI. A lot of people also... There's also been a lot of theories shared about Bubble being a virus. Actually, that right there almost feels what makes Bubble feel like a virus. But it could just be another AI altogether that was created by Cain as well. Because there is... Well, I'll bring it up when I bring it up, but...
Who do they think they are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans. They only think about themselves. They're spoiled. They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
You know, this speech actually terrified me the first time I saw it. Because it's like, holy cow, he is snapping.
Let's get this show on the road!
Yeah. And then all this starts to happen, so...
What was that?
Hello, my little fortuitous fruitcakes! Today's adventure
No,
is...
Cain, we're not in the mood. Why don't you answer some of our questions? We have a lot of them.
Who has time for questions when there's a whole wacky world of hijinks out there?
Yeah, hey, you have a lot of explaining.
Hey!
Alternatively, I don't got to explain diddly squat.
Can you just give us some time to process everything?
Yeah.
Or how about we skip the melodrama and get right to the fun?
No, hey, we have a lot on our...
I saw a video that actually was explaining this. And you know what? The one thing that Cain actively lacks is Sonder. Me too, and it still gives me chill on my fourth watch. I agree. Like, it gives me chills every single time I watch that. It's like, wow. They did a good job with that speech. Like, that speech alone kind of encapsulates everything that we should know about Cain. But then, of course, you know what? There's another thing that also gets, like, that also captures Cain to his essence as well. But we'll get to that when we get to that, shall we? We still got at least... 15 more minutes of episode to go, so...
Minds right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
At most, 15 more minutes, anyway.
I see. And since when were you in charge? Do you have any idea how much I do for you guys? How much I obsess over trying to make things perfect? How many insults I have to ignore to do my job? You have a lot on your minds? Don't make me laugh. I have a new adventure for you, and you should consider participating.
And if we refuse?
Maybe I'm not getting through to you. It's news to me.
Now you can start singing, guys, in the chat.
News to you. To which degree, who answers to who?
It'll probably look late to me, because I think I don't know if the delay actually got applied or not, but we'll see. It looks like it.
Getting through. Seems our regime
Has plummeted south.
Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and take it on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show. Now look at this. Absolute bliss. Oh, what a shock. Watch where you walk. I'm the host, I run the place. Kane, that is my name. Not enthused, just feeling used. Oh, what a goddamn shame. Congratulations, all of my friends. Public relations are getting a cleanse. Put on your Sunday best because I know we're close to quitting. So play the games and just ignore the pains, cause all that remains is how you prime your brain. You whine to me, but you're too blind to see that I'm the one who's running the show.
See, the real truth is that... Oh, wait, actually, I'll tell you a little bit more about why he sang this song a little bit later.
I think we all understand each other now.
Oh, hello, among TX, BAD.
Welcome back. I can't believe you didn't pick up on the context clues. It was practically
Several
spelled
days
out.
later.
What are you, stupid? Next one's gonna be even crazier. Hope you're ready. By the way, Kinger, I need you for something. Come with me.
Huh?
I don't know how many more of these new adventures I can handle. Got nothing positive to say about this one?
Oh,
Well, and then Ragatha pops up. I don't know what the heck happened here, but you know what? They're all exhausted. Ragatha's been flattened. Like, the only two characters that really came out kind of fully intact was Gangle, Pomni, and Kinger. Probably explains why Kinger got taken away, but...
I can't take this anymore. We gotta do something about this or I'm gonna lose my mind! I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Break time. Gotta brainstorm some new ideas.
He shredded me.
Oh boy.
I think we should get out of the open for a bit.
You know what? Like, actually, it's kind of nice to see that this is actually called to from episode 7. So basically, we finally get to see what's inside this cafe that Gooseworks leaked concept art of a while back of. Like, it's good to see what they got in there. And it's plot relevant, apparently.
I haven't been up here in a while.
We should just indulge a little while we have the time to. I don't know what Kane has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
He's gotta get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human. I'm not sure if we can properly gauge how he thinks.
Yeah. When I saw this, the very first thing my brain thought was, holy cow, that teaser trailer is canon now. Like it is a part of the series. Apparently what we were witnessing was Kane go through his mental snap
Oh God, are you okay?
before we even got into the series.
Fine.
Yeah.
You know, things were just fine here until you and Subo came along. Nothing?
What are you?
Just give it a sec. Trust me. Kinger? You there?
I'm where?
And that's when Stanley picked up the bucket. Oh, hello, headphones. That's yeah. I mean, I really wish YouTube wouldn't go for handles. But I wish they'd just display the username like they used to. I miss that. It should be moving smoothly. It is moving a lot smoother now. Okay, good. Good. The delay helped. Just a bit. Anyway, yeah, like I said, when it comes down to it, Pomni just proved that the bucket is one of the most powerful tools in a video game. I mean, you know what? That's why Stanley could not have two buckets. And why the narrator had to blow one up in the Stanley Parable.
It's dark in here.
What exactly are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just give it a bit.
See, this is where the knowledge is earned here. Like, this is residing off of knowledge that Pomni and Ragatha knows.
I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
And of course, Kinger being the dad.
Bucket makes him sane.
Yeah,
Darkness.
darkness.
It's a long story.
What's happening?
What?
And see, this is Jax going in his own disbelief, going like, wait, I thought these guys were supposed to be archetypes.
About Kane.
They aren't real people.
It's a little hazy, but
Can you act like you've not seen Kane's crash out scene, please? When it happens? Well, okay, I guess I'll try.
I remember.
Wait, do you want me to go back to Kane's crash out scene? Oh wait, sorry, I know there's a 20-second delay. I put that there intentionally because I was trying to improve the stream quality, but, you know, at this point, like I said, I'm at the end of my rope. I've done everything that I could do, and it's bouncing all over the place right now, so there's not much I could do. No? Okay then.
C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
The one in the end? Well, okay, I'll do my best.
No, we didn't make games.
Like I said, I'm trying hard not to spoil anything for anyone, really. And that's the whole point.
We were just developing artificial intelligence. Specifically creative AI.
And see, this is the moment when I knew, well, okay, episode 7, I gotta say something about episode 7 before I go. Because, well, before I continue forward with this, because you know what? I actually had to say, with episode 7, I knew Gooseworks was going to actively throw every fan theory out the window with that one after episode 7. Because I knew that, you know what? People were thinking, oh, they were going to leave with this one. And episode 8 and 9 might be something interesting about them being in the real world, hating it, and going back to the circus. But this case, this was a lot more different. This was interesting. Like, with this one, they basically have the cast reacting to Kinger, in a way. Well, basically, like, this one, I kind of figured that they were going to end up having more fan theories thrown out the window with episode 8. And you know what? I'm happy that I was right with that one. Because a lot of fans were theorizing, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be this. No, it's probably not going to be like this. And you know what? I think the same thing kind of goes for episode 9, too, which I know some people have seen a little bit of, and I know some people have gotten spoiled of it. But you know what? Like, honestly, I still think that they're going to throw out a lot of popular fan theories. Like, I think it's kind of stupid that the leak happened, and really, I think Glitch should have been a little more on top of it when it happened. But no, you know, it's the internet. Nothing, you know, when it happens, it kind of happens forever. everybody kind of knows about it. Everybody learns about it. Everybody figures it out. And I mean, when it's a leak for something that's up and coming, like, I really hate it when that happens because it kind of ruins it for a lot of people. But if it's a leak for something that is, per se, something that's left on the drawing board, the one that, like, for example, that Popeye movie that Sony was supposed to produce years ago, I think we all remember that one. When that storyboard leaked, like, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I was actually kind of thrilled with that, because that's a movie that we'll probably never see anyway. Or like the leaks that we gotten from Me and My Shadow, a canceled DreamWorks film. Or the Bilby, I think that was called, another canceled DreamWorks film. Actually, there's a lot of canceled DreamWorks films that I actually would have loved to see, including that one where Bill Murray voices a ghost, of all things, which is really kind of hilarious when you think of Ghostbusters. So, you know. But anyway, like, yeah. But, you know, like, when it comes down to it, I kind of figured that they were going to be throwing some fan theories out the window. And yes, this proves that this is not a game. This is something that was unexpected. This was an unintentional thing.
The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but...
My encoder disconnected? My encoder had ended up disconnecting. Uh-oh, I think I better take a look at this. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Do I have to reset my internet? Guys? Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm going to have to reset my internet here, because I think I figured out what the problem is. Give me a second here. You're going to lose me for a little bit, so I'm going to set you to the test screen because it's a still image. Hopefully my little internet reset worked, and hopefully we're getting a lot more smoother streaming. Like, this is the last thing I might try to do. Oh, Mega Man Legends with no upgrades, huh? I might check that out later, but not right now. Anyway, hopefully it's still working. Watching the rest of episode 7 and all of episode 8, because apparently I've watched through the rest of the series already. Then I thought my computer was catching on fire. Turns out it wasn't. Somebody was just welding something down the street, and the wind was blowing the smell conveniently this direction, which made me freak out. I'm sorry about that, folks. But don't worry, nothing is happening. Nothing is, like, well, going wrong here, so, you know, at least that's a good thing. Alright, I think we're going to switch back over here, because I think it is now moving mostly smoothly. Mostly smoothly. I think I fixed my problem. Kind of temporarily, but still.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or a tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Are you? I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Fill me in later.
be here later.
I will.
Okay, good. I'm happy that you're not going to tell me what's going to happen with episode 9.
Crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. But so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back in the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one.
Actually, no. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
Turns with
But
Jack's distracting Kane. Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
well, actually, no. Maybe now's the best time to talk about it. No. We'll wait. Be here later. Yeah. See, and this is the mark of showing how much the animation has improved. The lighting, the rigging, the modeling, like everything has basically gotten better. Then the exit door. See, I think that was a bit of foreshadowing with having it in the very first episode.
Great suggestion, Jax. But as I feared, there just isn't anything stuck between my teeth. Oh, wait. Oh, that's where I parked. Haha.
Wow, Kane, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto?
I think Kane hampered Bubbles' AI because he got too intelligent.
Do you want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
You know, actually, after seeing Jax being used at Dental Floss, I thought about this too. What if somebody just conjured up a giant toothbrush and a big tube of toothpaste and decided, hey, Kane, we're gonna wash your face? How would Kane react to that? Song for TDAC? Order up. It's gotta be order up. Hands down, order up. Because I work at a McDonald's, and honestly, like, that song is probably the most relatable for me. I mean, really. And I also got into that discussion, too. I don't want to get into it here, because that's probably what caused the last video to run really long. So you'll have to go back and watch the VOD for that one, but... and probably notice the quality of the stream in between here and there, because this one seems to be glitching out quite a bit and freezing up every now and then. But, like, honestly, that's probably one of my favorite fan songs from the Amazing Digital Circus is Order Up. But I also liked Artist Block, too. That one's also a really good one as well. But, like I said, knowing what Kinger told him, I'm surprised nobody tried to conjure up a giant toothbrush, a big old tube of toothpaste, and go like, hey, Kane, we're here to clean your face! Sheesh, 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 sheesh. Uh-oh, you found the toothpaste? Let me be straight here. I can brush my teeth, okay! Imagine that happening! Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know how people would react to that, but that would have been absolutely hilarious if that actually happened.
Oh, first of all, we love your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling.
I know, by this point, Kane was just torturing him.
I'm so so proud of you guys.
And again, a call back to episode 1. Pomni stuck in the back room's office, going through all the same exact hallways again and again and again, except for this area. You know, I kind of figured that computer was very important, and if Pomni would have interacted with it, she probably would have been able to get out. But
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, Scribe it.
so, I might also talk a little bit about this a little bit later, but
Humans just aren't.
imagine Kane discovering they are beginning to rival his level of power, though. That would be threatening to him. Well, true, but I'll get into that a little bit later.
You think he's running out of ideas yet, or nah?
Do you need help with power or anything?
I can use my imagination for that.
You got this?
I think so. Sure has been a while. I may need some time to
I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually a Windows system, but it's hard to tell. Like, it could be Windows 95, really, that they're trying to imitate here. But they're putting CNA stuff all over it and making it not feel like Windows 95. Probably Windows NT, it wouldn't be a big surprise. Because Windows NT would be more widely used in Office space, actually. Because, well, let's face it, back in the early days of NT, it was nothing more than an Office product. Now, these days, you get NT built into your operating system because that's what NT ended up turning into, was the main operating system, because the DOS portion of 9X was just way too overloaded with everything that they wanted to do, which explains why Windows ME was such a garbage operating system. So garbage that they actually made Windows 2000 a operating system originally designed for servers into an actual home operating system, because they didn't want to look at ME and then ended up trying to finish XP as quickly as they could. So yes, XP was a bit of a rush product, but it was a good rush product, actually. It's probably still one of the best operating systems that they ever had till this very day, XP. Like, nothing's come close to rivaling it. Well, okay, maybe 7, but other than that, like, XP has been, like, the most versatile. It was the best stopgap in between the 9X and the NT era, because it had compatibility with both newer NT programs and older 9X programs. And honestly, it just ran fine on every piece of hardware that you could throw at it. But, you know, again, it's kind of sad that Microsoft went down the route that they did shortly after Windows 7 and did what they did with Windows 8. And, well, that's a whole other subject for a whole other video. But, you know, like, it is bad that Microsoft just did what they did. Oh, yeah, time to drink water. It's been a while since I did that. And actually, admittedly, it has been a while. I got to swallow down here. Actually, I might as well just go get myself some pasta, but this episode's almost over, so we'll finish up the episode and I'll go get myself some dinner, okay? Does that sound fair? I think it might sound fair to you guys. But again, like I said, I kind of figured it'd be kind of programmed on a Windows 95 era computer, or like a very early era computer. Do you know that Kane's name stands for Creative Artificial Intelligence Networking Entity? Yes, actually, I did know that. Surprisingly enough, I actually really did know that. Though also, somebody also pointed me out in the other live stream that Kane's name spelled backwards is actually the name of a major computer out there too, that revolutionized computing back then. So it's kind of weird, but it's kind of weird that it both works together in a way, isn't it? I don't know if it's a coincidence or if they literally just planned that out that well, but either way.
Try to help the others distract Kane while I figure this out. It may sense something when I really get into it.
Actually, you know, when it comes down to it, I'm surprised we didn't pick up on the fact that actually the Digital Circus wasn't a game just with Kane's name alone. Like, I think everybody just took the creative artificial intelligence networking entity thing for granted.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, by the way, for this and, well, everything.
Honestly, are you even trying?
Shut up, Jax.
I feel sorry for those guys.
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
I think so. We just need to make sure Kane doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Omni! That's the relatability we've been missing! You know, I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying.
Want to hear something I think about this scene right here? Okay, I'm going to try and react to Kane's later crash out with a bit of a first-time approach, though it's going to be kind of hard because, you know, going back is kind of hard to do. But want to know what I think about this scene right here where he's thinking that this whole onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying? You know what I'm thinking? It's not because he is... Well, okay, actually, no, he is not running out and going creatively bankrupt. It's because he's ran out of information to use with these guys. Besides the stuff that would be complete and total torment to him. Yeah, that kind of explains the next scene, doesn't it?
I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having fun.
Exactly. It makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to... Where's Kinger?
See, Kane gets it figured out, too.
Ideas firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host. You don't care about us at all. You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy.
Part of that was a lie. Most of that was the truth.
You know who I am.
Yeah, you're a failure. We're all gonna abstract someday. And what will you have then? Nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child! What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
That's a message that I think we should send to our current president. Pomni, really clever and really brave. Yeah, I do agree. That was probably the bravest stunt that she did, because she quite literally threw herself into the lion's den.
You never let us feel like we're at home. You don't comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly.
And on top of it all, you just don't listen!
And all of that was 100% true and valid. Kane never really listened to any of these people. He never really acknowledged anything that they had to say or any of the ideas that they had to give. Like, he hated all their other ideas because he was supposed to be the one creating ideas. And yet he never understood that, well, again, that's the limit of artificial intelligence right there. Like, it still requires human input in order to do this kind of stuff. Like, again, something I brought up before. Like, actual AI will never be able to think on its own. If all humans disappeared, if every person disappeared off this planet, and AI was still left running, it would just sit there and idle forever and ever and ever until the energy runs out. It can't think on its own. It can't act on its own. It can't do anything on its own. It's got to have a primary directive. It's got to have a primary motivation. It's got to have a primary push. Without the people, it will never be able to do that. And that's something I think a lot of people don't realize. Also, it's getting dark, so I need to turn on a few lights. Peek? Yeah, I know. Kane would have absolutely nothing. And I literally mean absolutely nothing. Let me turn down that light. There we go. We just needed to make a little bit of a splash, but not to fade out any of the color effects in the background. But anyway, like, how long has that glass of milk been sitting back there? Oh, shit. I got sour cream. I'm making sour cream in my room. Oh, no, that's bad. Anyway, like, that's something I will say about Kane, though, is that, really, again, after he loses everybody inside the circus, he will have nothing left. Part of the reason why he probably prevented Kinger from going abstract, and why Kinger isn't sane in the light, but sane in the darkness, you know? But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But I also think that Kane also had something to do with Scratch's first subtraction too, but it's kind of hard to say. We haven't known too much about that story with it yet. And yeah, this would be a terrifying moment to have. Character that Pomni found comfort in. Now a horrifying creature unrecognizable beyond comprehension. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to do my best here. Yeah. And Ragatha just having that whole knife thing scene. Like, oh boy. And then Gangle, and then getting hit by another truck. Then poor Zooble, who has apparently a Toy Story 2 moment here. Being buried in her own parts. And see, this is where I think Jax hates being the butt of his own joke. Of the joke, you know? He hates being at the tail end of it, because he hates it when other people laugh at him. So I wonder what traumatic event happened to him to make him do this. Actually, you know, maybe he could have been a clown in a circus, maybe, perhaps? I don't know. Because, you know what? If that's the case, that would make sense of why he would torment people and all that other stuff, but, you know. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. It necessarily doesn't... It kind of boggles my mind, though, because, again, I'm trying to figure this out. But, again, it kind of makes me think of what Jax might have done previously to actually act like this when people are around him laughing at him, rather than him laughing at everybody else. You know what? It would be interesting to think that Jax was a clown originally, and he got tired of everybody else laughing at him, or nobody laughing at him, that he decided to just burn the whole tent down while everybody was in there, and he got out of there as soon as he possibly could, scrambled to the circus, into the Amazing Digital Circus, put on the headset, and got trapped in there, and then immediately realized, I could actually be funny here, despite the fact that he really wasn't the funny one. I mean, it's a theory. And again, that would be a horrible thing to do, too. Because technically, you're putting a lot of kids' lives at risk there. And you're putting a lot of parents' lives at risk being there. And, you know, you're technically being saved by clowns. Because, you know, think about it. You're trapped inside a tent on fire. There is some really interesting music playing in the background, because I know that old circus tents would play a certain type of music if the tent were to catch on fire or anything like that, or something bad were to start happening. And then all of a sudden the Joker comes in and saves your butt. Like, imagine that! Ragatha's dinner table and Jax's humiliation are the two that make the most uncomfortable in my skin. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's kind of disturbing too. But it really goes to show that his rabbit suit is a facade. Also, want to hear this? Kane is apparently a Lisp file. By the way, in case you don't know what a Lisp is, basically a Lisp is... Well, the Lisp file is basically a file that is able to write upon itself, which means that it was actually one of the earliest contenders to make AI. However, when it comes down to it, the AI was... Oh, Torment. Oh, jeez. But, anyway, as I was saying, like I said, a Lisp file is able to write it onto itself, so basically that's kind of one of the earliest forms of AI. They did their research here. I'm actually kind of impressed. And then, of course, there's WackyWatch.c, which actually is C code, which, you know what, I'm kind of happy for. Because, you know what, I know that C++ is code that's built upon C, kind of, maybe. I mean, it doesn't use 100% C code, but they can be... Those two pieces of code, C and C++, are probably the two pieces of code that can be the most compatible with each other. You could use C code in C++, and you could use C++ in C code. However, when it comes... Well, you can't use C++ in C code, but you can use C code in C++. However, it does have its limits, however... And I've experienced this firsthand, too. Trying to compile the SDL mixer, which, holy freaking cow, why was that so hard? I really enjoy programming in Lisp? Wait, you actually programmed in Lisp before? No, he was in Breaking Bad. What? No, I doubt that Jax was in Breaking Bad. I really doubt that. He was just making a reference. I'm certain of it. But, like I said, this here really does show what's going on here, who was here first, and all that other stuff. Including the fact that there's also the bubble shift here, too, which... Actually, if I had to say anything, really goes to show that maybe Bubble is a separate entity from Kane. Probably. Maybe. But we'll have to see. Ragatha and Scratch are data files, but that kind of makes the most amount of sense. I guess that means that, you know... But it also kind of shows the events and how they could play out and, you know, where everything happened. It's like, wow. Like I said, they thought everything through. And here we go.
Why do you people torment me?
Okay, and by the way, a lot of people figured out that Kinger's name was Grant. Just from this little thing right here. Okay? I'm with those people who say that this Kinger's name... Yep, I programmed in Lisp. It's interesting. Ooh. I might have to take a look at it sometime. Anyway. Like I said, I think a lot of people actually realized that Kinger's name was Grant from this scene right here, so... I don't know if it's 100% firm, but it's the most likely one. But anyway.
Has to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
And this moment here with I just wanted to fulfill my purpose. I like you now. I like that. You know your way around computers. Well, I do, actually. I'm programming C++ a lot. But I have read into other programming languages too, so, you know. I've also been learning HTML5 of recent because of my website that I have. Link is down below in the description. And, of course, you know, well, I want to improve upon it, of course. It's a little scratchy right now, but, you know, I'm trying to learn, trying to develop, trying to grow, you know? But anyway, as I was saying, one thing that I also will say that is kind of impressive with this scene in particular, well, I mean, with this thing, though, is that Kane said, I'm trying to fulfill my purpose. You know what? You know what makes me realize that this line actually holds a lot of water to it? Pomni's exit door. From episode 1. Episode 1, Pomni was able to conjure up that exit door. Actually, again, I had that theory that Kaufmo went insane because he saw the exit door. And I bet you it was probably because Pomni wasn't fully a character yet. He went insane looking for it and never was able to find it. And when he did, he ended up finding all that area and then went into the void. Unlike Pomni, who ended up having a very strong and resilient mind and was able to fight back the temptations of the void, I think most programming languages are interpretive. Do this. Lisp is functional. Evaluate this. Prolog is deliberative. What is this? Interesting. Okay. Again, I'll have to look into that. But anyway, as I was saying, when it comes down to Kane, I think that was him fulfilling his purpose, but he didn't want other people knowing because he didn't want them having control. He was the one that's supposed to be running the show and impressing these people, going like, hey, I'm not a useless tool. I am not something to be discarded. I am a thing that works and works well. Despite the fact that really he wasn't doing the results that they really wanted to have. He was the semi-successful attempt. The very first semi-successful attempt, anyway. And then, of course, they were going on with the second one. They isolated Kane and prevent him from having any more knowledge, and that's what made Kane get jealous and consume the other AI. Yeah. Which means that, yeah, they did put a lot of thought into this.
Wait, no.
Yeah. And...
Wait.
That line alone, just wait, sends chills down my spine. Because by this point, we have no idea what's going to happen. Except for those who watched episode 9, but please do not spoil! I plan to see it in theaters, okay?
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
It's probably the scariest part. And then they play this upbeat music, and it's like, what the heck? But anyway, Zubul swearing and actually being able to verbally do it, holy cow. That really goes to show that Kane truly is gone. He's no longer amongst the living, you know? Also, Kane and Bubble are missing from the end credits too. Like I said, I think they're just trying to imply the idea that Kane is completely and totally gone. I have no idea what's going to happen in episode 8. And honestly, episode 9. And I'm trying to avoid all of the theories as much as I possibly can, because again, I know Gooseworks can toss them all out the window. Now, I'm not quite sure about the leak. I don't want to watch it. Don't care. It may not also be an official leak either. It could end up being something completely and totally different. Let me get back into the webcam here. There we go. Like I said, with the leak, it could end up being something completely and totally different than what the leak had. Because again, it could be somebody who made it look as professional as they possibly could and just slapped it together and throw it out there just because they can, you know? But then, of course, it's kind of hard to say, you know? It's neither here nor there, and what we have to say about it is neither here nor there either. Whatever happens in episode 9 is whatever Gooseworks decides. And again, like I said, the leak could have just been running off of a popular fan theory and just trying to get it out before everybody else could. Before everybody else could guess what happens, but, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Either way, Like, I did not endorse the leak. I did not want to watch the leak either because I know that it would have been bad. It would have spoiled my experience, and it would have been no fun to watch it in theaters at all, or watch it in any way, shape, or form. I believe in supporting the original creators of the show, because that way then they can continue to make great shows like this. Continue to go forward with Knights of Guinevere, because, you know what, I think that show is probably going to be... It could either be the next staple show for the series, or it could be Game Oververse, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see. What time will tell. And hey, look, like I said, even if, the Gaslight District didn't rope me in very well, I will still say some good things. I could still say that there are some good things about it, and, maybe a couple more episodes, and I might be convinced. But, again, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. Either way, I do kind of want to work on my own little animated series, too. I did kind of want to discuss it with this live stream. I might keep it brief, though, because I did have several ideas, actually. One of them is going to be kind of like a derivative of what I had in mind with the detective noir story that I originally... with a detective noir story, even though, granted, I'm not quite sure how people are going to feel with that, because the comic series that I want to come up with, well, outside of the Frantic Food comic series, which is going to be nothing more than a series of short strips, the comic series I want to come up with as mainline comic books is basically evolves around a detective agency. So again, I'm not quite sure how well that one might go with a lot of people, but hey, look, sometimes creating mysteries can be a lot of fun, and trying to get people to solve them would also be a lot of fun too. We just got to focus on the mystery, primarily. Or get people focused in on the mystery by including little details that most people wouldn't notice, little elements or little characterizations that, it takes a bit of a detective to observe, And that's what makes Sherlock Holmes so fascinating, too, as a character, he observes small details. He's supposed to be he's a character about observing small details. And that's what I think that some people can also... And I think that's what a lot of people end up getting a bit of a bigger fan base with Sherlock Holmes with, is that, you get observing with the other details. But again, like I said, that's one of the series that I came up with. Another one is going to be a bit of a variety show, kind of based off of the Animaniacs. Kind of based off of another comic idea I had a while back that I ended up scrapping. But you know what? Ended up being perfect for revitalizing this idea. But I'm not going to tell you too much about it until maybe I'm ready to pitch something. Why can't Kane bring back abstracted people? He doesn't understand human psyche. I'm certain of that. He does not understand people at all. So if he was able to fix them, then he probably wouldn't have abstracted them in the first... He probably couldn't have abstracted them in the first place. He probably wouldn't have had problems with all these people, and actually was able to... Well, actually, tell you the truth, if he was able to understand people on a deep philosophical level, he actually probably would have been able to create an exit and a way for people to come in and out of the world as they please. Knowing that, hey, escapism is good, but it's good every once in a while. You can't always run from your problems forever. You gotta come back and face them. And, that's what Kane could have developed, was a way for them to get in and out. And he probably would have also had it so that these worlds would have been able to navigate. Here's the thing. The deletion of Gummy Goo in Episode 2, when he did that, I think he only did that because he was afraid that the Sherlock Holmes TV show with Jeremy Brett was fantastic. Wasn't that also directed by Stephen Moffat, if I'm not mistaken? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I know Stephen Moffat has done a lot of episodes for Doctor Who, but, that's neither here nor there. Actually, Kane was probably scared of Gummy Goo getting too smart for his own good and overtaking him in the terms of being the better AI. Because nothing should ever overtake him. And see, that's something I think Kane was scared of when he immediately deleted Gummy Goo. It wasn't because of the fact that he wasn't going to get him confused between an NPC and a human. It was because he knew that the AI was going to get too smart for him, and it was going to be better than his own I mean, the creation was going to be better than the creator. Despite the fact that the AI was going to also hit its limits in any way, shape, or form anyway. Gummy Goo was probably going to do this. Abel was going to end up doing this. You know, because no matter which way you look at it, they were cut off too. And their knowledge was pretty much the same level as Kane's knowledge, which means that they were going to end up acting like Kane eventually. So, no matter which way you look at it, it was going to be a pain in the butt for Kane to control. Anyway, another show that I also wanted to pitch. Oh, actually, then again, I don't know. Maybe those ideas might be better on the back burner for now, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I think it's time to call it quits, because it is past 8 o'clock, and honestly, I should be getting ready for bed, maybe getting a little bit of dinner in. And, yep, I think you guys probably should too. So, anyway, if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Superchocolatemilkshake, signing off!